For millions of older adults living with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, managing blood sugar levels is a daily priority. We often hear about carbs, fiber, and exercise, but one key piece of the puzzle is often overlooked: your gut. That's right. Your digestive system plays a major role in glucose management, and one of the most powerful ways to support it is through probiotic foods. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that affect everything from digestion and inflammation to immunity and metabolism. When these bacteria are balanced and healthy, they help your body process food more efficiently, reduce blood sugar spikes, and even improve insulin sensitivity. But when your gut is out of balance, often due to age, medications, stress, or a low-fiber diet, it can lead to slower metabolism, poor glucose regulation, and more difficulty maintaining steady energy throughout the day. That's where probiotic foods come in. These are natural, fermented foods rich in beneficial bacteria that help restore and maintain a healthy gut environment. Unlike supplements, probiotic foods offer additional nutrients and are easily incorporated into daily meals. More importantly, certain types of probiotic-rich foods have been shown in research to help stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and support healthier digestion, especially in older adults managing chronic conditions. In today's video, we'll walk you through 6 of the best probiotic foods for supporting healthy blood sugar levels. These foods are widely available, budget-friendly, and simple to add to your diet, even if you're not used to eating fermented products. Whether you're just beginning your journey with type 2 diabetes or looking for new ways to fine-tune your glucose control, these gut-friendly options may help you feel better, digest better, and live with more balance and energy. Let's take a closer look at how each of these probiotic foods works to nourish your gut and protect your blood sugar. One delicious bite at a time. 1. Yogurt, a classic probiotic staple for better blood sugar balance. When it comes to probiotic foods that are both familiar and widely available, yogurt stands out as one of the most accessible and effective choices for supporting healthy blood sugar levels. Made through the fermentation of milk by beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, yogurt offers a powerful combination of live cultures, protein, and calcium, all of which can play a supportive role in glucose management, especially for older adults. The live probiotics in yogurt help nourish the gut lining, reduce inflammation, and create an environment where healthier bacteria can thrive. This matters because chronic inflammation and poor gut diversity have been linked to worsening insulin resistance and more dramatic blood sugar swings. By rebalancing the gut microbiome, yogurt may help the body better absorb nutrients, regulate glucose release from food, and reduce the likelihood of post-meal blood sugar spikes. But not all yogurts are created equal. The key is to choose plain, unsweetened yogurt with active or live cultures listed on the label. Many fruit-flavored or dessert-style yogurts may contain more sugar than a candy bar, and that could work against the very blood sugar stability you're aiming for. Instead, opt for Greek yogurt or whole milk yogurt with no added sugar. And if you want to add sweetness, mix in a few berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon, both of which are also known for their blood sugar benefits. Let's look at the story of 73-year-old Marjorie Flynn from Buffalo, New York. After being diagnosed with prediabetes, she began including a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt in her breakfast routine. She'd top it with chia seeds and a few blueberries and found that it not only kept her full longer, but also helped reduce the mid-morning blood sugar dips she used to struggle with. Her doctor even noted a modest improvement in her A1C levels after just a few months. "It's easy, it tastes good, and it works for me," Marjorie shared. In addition to its probiotic benefits, yogurt also provides protein, which slows digestion and helps reduce how quickly glucose enters the bloodstream. That makes it a double win for those trying to manage blood sugar more naturally. Incorporating yogurt as part of your daily routine doesn't require a big change. Whether it's added to breakfast, blended into smoothies, or eaten as a light snack, this timeless probiotic food offers a simple and satisfying way to care for your gut and protect your glucose one spoonful at a time. Number 2. Sauerkraut, a tangy fermented vegetable that supports glucose and gut balance. Among the many probiotic foods gaining attention for their health benefits, sauerkraut, fermented cabbage, has earned a special place for those interested in both gut health and blood sugar control. Its tangy flavor, crunchy texture, and natural bacterial richness make it not only a flavorful addition to meals, but also a powerful ally in the effort to maintain steady glucose levels. Sauerkraut is made through a simple process called lactofermentation, where natural bacteria present on cabbage feed on the vegetable's sugars and produce lactic acid. This creates an environment rich in beneficial probiotics, which help populate the gut with diverse, health-promoting microbes. These probiotics are known to reduce gut inflammation and strengthen the intestinal lining, both of which are vital for people managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. What makes sauerkraut particularly valuable for older adults is that it's also low in carbohydrates, unlike many other fermented options that may contain added sugars or starches. It contains fiber and enzymes that support digestion and help slow the absorption of sugars from other foods, reducing the likelihood of sharp post-meal blood sugar spikes. Take the story of 75-year-old Harold Jennings from Madison, Wisconsin. Harold grew up eating sauerkraut with his grandparents, but hadn't thought much about it until his daughter suggested reintroducing it into his meals after he was diagnosed with early-stage diabetes. He began adding a few forkfuls of raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut to his lunch every day, usually alongside lean protein or a salad. Within weeks, Harold reported fewer afternoon energy crashes, more comfortable digestion, and surprisingly steady blood glucose numbers on his monitor. "I thought it was just old-fashioned food," Harold said with a smile, "but now it's part of my plan." It's important to note that not all sauerkraut found in grocery stores contains live probiotics. Many store-bought varieties are pasteurized, a process that destroys the beneficial bacteria. To get the full probiotic benefits, choose raw, refrigerated sauerkraut labeled as unpasteurized or contains live cultures. You can also try making it at home with just cabbage, salt, and thyme. No fancy equipment required. Sauerkraut doesn't have to be eaten in large quantities to make a difference. Just a few tablespoons a day can help enhance microbial diversity in the gut, which is closely tied to how the body processes glucose and regulates insulin. It's a small serving with big potential for glucose management, especially when combined with other whole, nutrient-dense foods. By bringing this traditional fermented vegetable back into your kitchen, you're not just adding flavor, you're nurturing your gut, supporting your metabolism, and giving your blood sugar a natural, time-tested advantage. 3. Kefir, a probiotic-rich drink that helps balance glucose and digestion. Another standout in the world of probiotic foods is kefir, a tangy, drinkable fermented milk product that's packed with live cultures and known for its powerful impact on gut health and blood sugar regulation. While similar to yogurt in that it contains beneficial bacteria, kefir typically offers a wider variety of probiotic strains and in greater concentration. For older adults managing type 2 diabetes, this makes kefir an easy and effective option for enhancing glucose metabolism and improving insulin sensitivity. Kefir is made by introducing kefir grains, clusters of bacteria and yeast, into milk, which then ferments over time. The result is a creamy, slightly effervescent beverage rich in probiotics, vitamins, and bioactive compounds that support a healthy gut environment. These probiotics not only aid digestion, but also help lower systemic inflammation, a common underlying factor in poor blood sugar control. In addition, kefir contains protein and healthy fats, which can slow the absorption of sugars when consumed with or before meals, helping to prevent the sudden blood sugar spikes that so often follow carbohydrate-heavy foods. 81-year-old Dolores McAllister from Helena, Montana, had never heard of kefir until her dietitian recommended it as part of her post-meal strategy to stabilize glucose levels. Initially skeptical about the taste, Dolores started with a small glass of plain kefir in the morning alongside her oatmeal and chia seeds. To her surprise, she enjoyed the tangy flavor and found that her digestion improved within days. Even more impressive, her blood glucose monitor began showing steadier numbers throughout the day, and she found herself feeling less sluggish after meals. "I never thought something so simple could make such a difference," Dolores said. "Now I keep a bottle in my fridge at all times." As with other fermented foods, it's important to choose the right kind of kefir. Avoid flavored varieties that often contain added sugars, which can counteract the very benefits you're seeking. Instead, opt for unsweetened or low-sugar versions. If the taste is too tart, you can blend kefir into a smoothie with berries, spinach, or a touch of cinnamon, natural ingredients that also help with blood sugar control. Kefir's drinkable format makes it especially convenient for those who don't like the texture of yogurt or want a quick, no-prep way to include probiotics in their daily routine. Whether consumed in the morning or as an afternoon snack, kefir provides a refreshing way to nourish your gut and support long-term glucose stability. By incorporating kefir into your weekly meal plan, you're not just trying a new food, you're investing in your microbiome, supporting your metabolism, and giving your body a simple, effective tool to better manage blood sugar levels at any age. 4. Fermented pickles, a crunchy, gut-friendly snack that supports blood sugar balance. When most people think of pickles, they picture the tangy, crunchy addition to a sandwich or burger. But not all pickles are created equal, especially when it comes to their impact on gut health and blood sugar levels. The pickles you find on most grocery store shelves are often made with vinegar and pasteurized, which means they contain little to no beneficial bacteria. However, fermented pickles made the traditional way, using salt brine and thyme, are a different story. These naturally probiotic foods can offer a unique, flavorful boost to both your digestive system and your body's ability to manage glucose effectively. Fermented pickles are rich in live cultures that develop during the fermentation process. These beneficial microbes help strengthen the gut lining, reduce inflammation, and support a more balanced immune response, all of which are crucial for people dealing with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Because they're low in calories and carbohydrates, fermented pickles are an easy snack or side dish that won't spike your blood sugar and may even help your body respond better to other foods eaten at the same time. Let's take the example of 79-year-old Thomas Kimball from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. After years of struggling with digestion and fluctuating glucose readings, he attended a local diabetes support group where someone mentioned fermented pickles. Curious, he visited a nearby farmer's market and picked up a jar labeled raw fermented pickles with live cultures. He began adding a few slices to his lunch, often paired with grilled chicken or a simple grain bowl. Within a month, Thomas noticed less bloating, more regular digestion, and more stable mid-afternoon blood sugar readings. "It's a small thing, but I feel like it sets the tone for my whole meal," he said. "It's crunchy, it's satisfying, and it's doing something good inside me." The key to getting these benefits is choosing the right kind of pickle. Look for labels that mention fermentation, live cultures, or raw ingredients. These pickles are typically found in the refrigerated section, not on regular dry shelves. Avoid pickles with added sugars or artificial preservatives, which can work against your glucose management goals. And if you enjoy cooking, You can even ferment your own cucumbers at home with nothing more than salt, water, and patience. You don't need a large serving to benefit. Just a few slices of fermented pickle with a meal can help improve digestion and support post-meal blood sugar control, especially when combined with protein and fiber. For older adults, it's a simple way to bring flavor, crunch, and probiotic support to the table, without complicating the diet or adding extra sugar. By welcoming fermented pickles into your routine, you're giving your gut a natural boost while creating another gentle line of defense against rising blood sugar. It's one more tasty, time-tested food that proves health and flavor don't have to be at odds. 5. Miso, a savory fermented paste that nourishes the gut and calms blood sugar swings. When it comes to warming, comforting meals that also promote glucose control, few options are as satisfying or as beneficial as a small bowl of miso soup. Miso, a fermented soybean paste commonly used in Japanese cuisine, is one of the most flavorful and versatile probiotic foods available. Made through the long fermentation of soybeans with salt and a special mold called koji, miso develops a complex, savory taste and a rich concentration of beneficial bacteria that can positively influence gut health and blood sugar regulation. Because miso is fermented, it contains live cultures that support the digestive system by encouraging the growth of healthy gut flora. These probiotics help reduce intestinal inflammation and improve the body's ability to absorb nutrients and regulate insulin. For older adults, many of whom experience age-related changes in digestion and metabolism, miso offers a gentle, nourishing way to strengthen the gut barrier and support insulin sensitivity. Beyond its probiotic qualities, miso is also low in carbohydrates and rich in umami flavor, which can help reduce cravings for sweet or starchy foods that may spike blood sugar levels. A warm cup of miso broth before or alongside a meal may even help slow digestion, resulting in more gradual glucose absorption and improved post-meal blood sugar readings. 83-year-old June Rollins from Portland, Oregon, had long admired Japanese cooking, but had never tried preparing it herself. After reading about the benefits of fermented foods for type 2 diabetes, she began adding miso soup to her lunch 3 times a week. She used a simple recipe: hot water, a teaspoon of miso paste, soft tofu, and chopped scallions. Within a month, she felt less bloated after eating, had more regular digestion, and her glucose log showed a noticeable improvement in her 2-hour post-meal readings. It's warm, it's comforting, and it's doing something good for my blood sugar, June shared. When shopping for miso, look for unpasteurized varieties sold in the refrigerated section, as these still contain live cultures. Avoid boiling the miso once it's mixed into hot water, as high heat can destroy the beneficial bacteria. Stirring it gently into warm broth just before serving preserves its probiotic power while adding deep flavor to any meal. Even if you're not a fan of traditional soup, miso can be used in salad dressings, marinades, or sauces, allowing you to benefit from its gut-friendly qualities without making drastic changes to your menu. For older adults seeking better glucose balance, adding a few spoonfuls of this fermented gem each week may be a small but powerful way to support long-term health. By turning to miso, you're inviting more than just taste to the table. You're welcoming a tradition of healing, fermentation, and support for both your digestive system and your blood sugar goals. 6. Kombucha, a sparkling fermented tea that supports gut health and glucose balance. For those looking to replace sugary beverages with something refreshing and beneficial, kombucha may be the perfect solution. This naturally fermented tea has gained popularity in recent years, not just for its tangy, effervescent flavor, but for its potential to support blood sugar control through improved gut health. As a living probiotic food, kombucha is brewed by fermenting tea and natural sugars with a culture of bacteria and yeast, resulting in a fizzy drink full of beneficial compounds. Kombucha contains several strains of probiotic bacteria, along with organic acids and antioxidants that can promote healthy digestion and reduce oxidative stress, both of which are closely linked to improved glucose metabolism. For older adults managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, this beverage offers a flavorful way to hydrate while also encouraging a more balanced internal environment. However, not all kombucha is created equal. Some bottled varieties are high in added sugars, which can cancel out its blood sugar benefits. To get the most from kombucha, it's important to choose brands labeled low sugar or no added sugar, and ideally those with fewer than 5 grams of sugar per serving. You can also brew your own at home using black or green tea, which allows for complete control over the ingredients. Let's take the experience of 77-year-old Ronald Chase from Austin, Texas. Ronald had been trying to reduce his afternoon soda habit after noticing his post-lunch glucose levels were consistently high. A friend introduced him to kombucha, and he decided to give it a try. After switching to a sugar-free, ginger-flavored kombucha with lunch each day, Ronald saw an improvement in his afternoon energy and greater stability in his blood glucose readings. "It satisfies that craving for something fizzy," Ronald said, "but without the crash or guilt afterward." Kombucha also contains acetic acid, the same compound found in apple cider vinegar, which has been shown in studies to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar spikes after meals. Combined with the drink's probiotic content, this makes it a compelling choice for those looking to combine hydration, gut support, and glucose management in one simple habit. Of course, moderation is key. Too much kombucha, especially for those with sensitive stomachs or certain health conditions, can cause digestive upset. For most people, a small glass a few times a week is enough to enjoy the benefits without overdoing it. By incorporating kombucha into your weekly routine, perhaps as an afternoon refresher or a soda replacement, you're not just trying something trendy. You're choosing a centuries-old fermented drink that aligns with modern science and the timeless wisdom of supporting the body through nature's quiet, living remedies. As we've seen throughout today's video, probiotic foods are more than just a trend. They're a deeply rooted part of how the body maintains balance, especially when it comes to blood sugar control. From creamy yogurt and tangy sauerkraut to fizzy kombucha and comforting miso, each of these 6 fermented foods offers something unique. Whether it's restoring gut health, improving insulin sensitivity, or simply helping your body process glucose more smoothly, these everyday ingredients can make a meaningful difference in your journey toward better glucose management. For older adults, adding probiotic-rich foods doesn't require a radical change or a complicated new diet. It starts with small, thoughtful choices, like swapping a sugary snack for plain yogurt with berries, adding a spoonful of sauerkraut to your lunch, or sipping on unsweetened kefir or kombucha during the day. Over time, these gentle shifts can lead to more stable energy, easier digestion, and even improved A1C levels, because when your gut thrives, your whole body follows. If you're living with type 2 diabetes or simply trying to prevent blood sugar problems down the road, your microbiome could be the missing link. The gut plays a central role in hormone balance, inflammation, and metabolic health. And probiotic foods are one of the most natural, time-tested ways to keep it working in your favor. Now it's your turn. Which of these 6 probiotic foods are you excited to try first? Or maybe you're already enjoying one of them regularly. If so, we'd love to hear how it's working for you. Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can keep learning and growing together. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Active Healthcare, your trusted guide to smart aging, gut health, and everyday nutrition that truly makes a difference. Every step you take toward better health, no matter how small, is a step worth celebrating. We'll see you in the next video. where we continue unlocking the gentle power of food and movement to help you live with more energy, clarity, and balance at every age.